Welcome back. There's a seasonal event ongoing at Mahjong Soul. And so, in seasons like this, I decided to make a game of it. There's a bunch of missions. I haven't read what the missions are. We'll figure out what they are if we get stuck. So, with that said, let's get rolling. Good luck me. There we go. Let's go to the gold room and play some 3-player games and see how it goes. For my timer, I am using, was it DRAM's fun little program entitled Blat Split. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, Blat Split, the world's most fun speedrun timer. I think it's free software, as is everything else that I tend to feature on this channel, with perhaps exception of Mahjong Soul itself. Oh, what tile did they just con? I should perhaps pay some attention. Let's look under my chat window. Red Dragon. Alright. But yeah, I'm going to try to win by run, by sumo, try to win all kinds of ways. And we'll see how many of these bingo card achievements are tricky to unlock. Oh hey, let's win with Ricci unless we're dealing in. Hey, we're dealing in. That should be a bingo card thing. Deal in. It'd be even crazier if there were a bingo objective to deal in with the Ricci tile, but anyway. It was a small deal in. It's not the worst thing ever. And perhaps I shouldn't have pushed the hand, but this is 3-player Sanma. Crazy stuff happens in Sanma. So green is Dora. White is the Dora indicator. I need... Oh, that'll work. Let's go! 2, please? 2 would be a really nice pattern. But yeah, unfortunately, there's not a way to reset the bingo minigame in order to just replay this over and over as a speedrun format. I think it'd be nice if there were a game that would allow you to do that, but I don't know. We'll just celebrate this the way it is. Maybe someday we could make a game to do that. That kind of leads into a point that I didn't even think I was going to touch on, which is game creation, or I'm sorry, making use of... Oh. Whoa! That's under my chat window, so I didn't see that coming. I mean, the 2-2, like, I should have seen that with my 3-3, so... 2 double Dora, adding 4 Han to the hand. Pretty nice. But yeah, I want to play against Pyo Shogi in a speedrun format. I've submitted Pyo Shogi to the IGDB, Internet Game Database, which seemingly you have to authenticate with Twitch, so I'm not sure if it's Twitch that owns that, or if it's just independently owned and Twitch benefits from the independent site. I don't know. Regardless, I submitted Pyo Shogi, so that hopefully sites like speedrun.com will start to list it, and we could start events on SRL and so forth. We'll stay tuned and see what happens there. Alright, is this worth it? What if I draw a 6? Oh, okay. I'm just going to take that so I don't deal into like 3 north. Calling Ricci there would have boosted this to 4K from 2K. In this case, I don't need that many points. I'm just happy not to deal in. And this time, I have a north tile. Wait, what was my Yaku last time? Closed hand? Is that it? This could go poorly. Okay, I dodged red. I might throw the 1. Oh, that's scary. I don't want to throw the 1 anymore. Oh. I was gonna say, if you're waiting on the 1 and you discarded 2, like, what's the shape of your hand? I don't know. If you're discarding these 2 tiles, are you really waiting on the 9? I don't think so. Ditto, I don't think you're waiting on an 8. You might be waiting on east, because I have not seen a single east tile discarded yet. Usually by now there's an east out there. I don't like this. I do not like... Okay, we're folding. This is too sus. Your weight was 5 and... I don't know. Perhaps something else. My hand wasn't going to be tenpai anyway. And for the win, let's bring it home. I don't need that one. And we draw 4. Should I be cutting the... Oh. I want tenpai. My fastest path to tenpai is if somebody gives me a red. Or if I get the red. Okay, we don't need to do that. Where's the red? Where's the red? The danger of calling Ricci here is that be locked in, and they've already got 6 Han. So in theory, I could fold this. In practice... Oh.
No.
Alright, well, I don't need to worry. They got me covered. Nice. Oh, wait. Do I not win this game? I do not win. Well, it ain't my fault. I wonder if they had the other 2 red dragons. And they just didn't have a defensive play available. Let's check. Am I under... I'm not under 9k. Let's keep going. Let's go, go, go. Yeah, it's possible we might have unlocked stuff on the bingo card, but it's more productive here to just get into the next game. Then we'll check on what progress we made. At some point, I might... No. If I run out of... no, I'll be greedy. I'll take the copper refill if I can. I don't think I'll be eligible for it. So, playing each of these matches, there's a fee. It's a made-up in-game currency that you can purchase with real money, but most people wouldn't. Oh, nice. Wait. Let's do the fun thing. Yeah, they weren't going to give me a 9 anyway. Somebody give me the tile. Thank you. We did the fun thing. Didn't see that coming. Yeah. How often do you get the opportunity to do the fun thing? Oh, yeah, now we got a comment on it. It's pretty funny. Yeah, single tile weight on some random dragon that maybe they had 2 of, and they figured, well, there's no way this player's collecting the dragons because they have 2 of them. But nope, surprise. Wait, Am I going to get to do the same thing here now, but with the Dora tile? Let's find out. Maybe not. Maybe they've got the same idea. That could be an issue. Alright, well, one's safe. My hand's nowhere near Tenpai. It's not my fault for once. Uh-oh, I'm gonna have to make some decisions. Well, hopefully South gets discarded before I have to make a choice, but it's not the case. Alright, we're gonna fold. I'm gonna be a coward and fold like a napkin. I'm already in first. There's no reason for me to jeopardize that by discarding the South. Is the across opponent collecting this 8? I don't know. Right, there's a lot of bamboo on the table. Guess that makes 4 my next fold. Unless 2 is safe. If 2's safe, 1's also safe. Probably also across the table. East is safe. Guess what they're waiting on? It's in my hand, isn't it? Ooh, that's greedy. Oh, shnikes. Okay, wait. Wait, okay, that was just lucky then. Huh. Alright. Let's first cut the dealer wind to try to avoid giving them extra value. And then the 9 next. Maybe we'll get everybody's favorite hand. Maybe. With 6, it's unlike... Oh. Okay, well that's unexpected. Let's go. It's even more fun to wait on North than to wait on South, but we don't have a North at the moment. So the thing is, if an opponent draws my winning tile, unless they have 2 of it, it's not going to be part of a winning hand. So they'll be stuck with it. So if both opponents each draw 1 South wind, we're going to go to exhaustive draw. Or they're just going to discard it, and I win off the discard. Ooh. Okay, so unless they have a pair of South, they're at risk of giving me South. Somebody might have the pair, though. Rowan? No Rowan. Ooh. That's a strong hand. I'm guessing... It's more likely the South pair were in the wall. The wall's pretty big. Just gonna throw this for the heck of it. I think discarding South first gives too much info, though, because it says I've got something up my sleeve. Doesn't say what. But probably indicates East. We'll just take Tenpai if we can get it. Sure, why not? If I could hit Tenpai, just give me one more tiles I've got paired here. That's not it. My hand, I think, is more flexible with this 2-cut than when cutting the 6. I don't like this. That's not good either. Okay, so we're folding, because I'm not getting Tenpai. Yep. Dodged. It's the risk of calling. It's harder to play safely. Let's try to do a closed hand this time. Maybe not. Gods have something else in mind, then fine. Or not on the knot. This hand is flexible, which probably means yet again that I'm not getting Tenpai. Gonna shoot the pair here because we have another pair and another pair. I just cut the 9 earlier. This red doesn't put me any closer. The 1, 2 have been cut. The 2 there's been cut. These are signs that I am not getting Tenpai today. Well, drawing another 8 is helpful here. I don't like that there's no bamboo on the table. I'm gonna cut this before it's too dangerous. Shoot our shot. And see what you got planned. There we go. Yeah, we're in a position where to take first, we're gonna need some points. Oh, nice. Alright. We're gonna need even more points than that. I wonder if the same... Well, I'm thankful that there's a game Backgammon and another game called Knackgammon with leading N, which they changed the starting position to lead to a more balanced game. Which I'm grateful for, because Backgammon somehow seems really difficult to approach. But I wonder if this same concept of, like, trying, I don't know, or an unlikely chance is better than not trying at all. I assume that same principle applies making risky moves in Backgammon or Knackgammons. Probably to some degree merited. Although you don't have a 3-player situation in that game now, do you? Oh, fun. Alright, nobody's discarding this suit. Well, I'm sorry, there's a 5 and a 9 there. Our target opponent is not discarding that suit. Okay. Find Tenpai that lets me call. Alright. Oh, wow. So I lucked in not dealing into this. But it's second place again. makes sense with like 4 Han face up, nobody wants to deal into me. Alright, should we check out the bingo card? Let's take a look. Wait, claim all claims a lot of things. That's a lot of things claimed. However, the bingo card itself is not complete yet. Win 8 hands. Alright, well that's the goal. Let's keep going. Let's win us some hands. Man, if I'd known that was the goal, maybe I would have risked. I don't know. Maybe there was some way I could have played the last round more aggressively somehow. I don't think games with the AI count if I were to do those. I don't think those would count toward the bingo card. Many of these events don't count such things. I am curious what kind of data collection is done from these events to compare player strategy to normal strategy. Maybe that analysis isn't even done yet. Maybe they haven't started such an analysis, but if you're running events which have different incentives for players, you can see what their preferences are in reaction to incentives. Anywho. As always, I'm considering doing more fun stuff with the conversation that we're publishing in podcast format. So I'm thinking about doing something that's perhaps more blatantly about chess and or shogi than my current format, which is just reading The Art of War. I could do something that's much more to the point and assertive about what's pragmatic for strategy games and contemporary discoveries in strategy gaming. There is certainly a market out there for people who wish to purchase chess opening books, and I presume to a lesser extent there's a market for shogi opening books where people believe that, hey, if I just buy this thing and read it and follow it, it's going to solve all my problems, or at least get them to a point where they feel empowered to solve their own problems. And hope is a good thing. It's a powerful thing. But blind hope is also a thing, and it's a bit... I don't know. I do appreciate some of the banter. Not all of it. But the possibility of having discussion with other players. One of whom will study openings using an engine. And then they finesse their point. But there's so much more to learn that an engine's not going to teach you. Where did our opponent go? Oh no. So maybe at some point I have been considering trying to make tooling that allows us to do data plotting of various characteristics of a position. Not just recently as a function of recent conversations, but when Shogi Harbor had been much more active, giving lessons and advice. She had at some point explained the 4-factor method for evaluation. I would like to have tooling that plots such data so that we can look and see things more than just a one-dimensional number. Uh-oh. Wait, okay, if that were wrong, they would have called it already. But yeah, the one-dimension engine evaluations, you could maybe get away with in chess saying that positions are one-dimensional. There has always been some conversation of, well, I know, there's not always this. There's, for many years, been some discussion about chess complexity, which is not reflected in evaluation graphs today. And I am curious, actually, if we were to interview people who worked on things like Deep Blue and Deep Fritz, Deep Junior, and other such popular engines. Not that even I'd need to interview them. Surely they've already been interviewed. But what insights could they provide about their process? I believe the engineer behind, well, that's the name of the book. Behind or Beyond Deep Blue? I think Behind. I think their name was HSU Hisu. They explained the work that went into developing their next version of Deep Blue that defeated the world champion. So it's not as if I'd have to interview these folks necessarily, but it's... I wonder what insights they could yield beyond what's already out there. And could any of these insights be used to help train human players in this most challenging respect that, I don't know. I mean, on the Perpetual Chess podcast, yeah, this is just the current event bingo. So on Mahjong Soul, there's a bingo card. There's a ton of objectives. I didn't even read the bingo card. I just somehow succeeded at all but one of them. And the remaining objective that I've yet to succeed... Oh. Yet to succeed at is win 8 hands. Yes, that's the one. Yeah. So, we'll check our progress after this, but I'm not at 8 wins yet. Somehow I ranked down to Expert 2, if my memory serves me right. Maybe there was something I could have done paying slightly better attention. But in large part, I was also just wrecked by RNG. But if yeah, I guess I'm protesting a bit too much there. Anyway, the reason I bring that up is because seemingly I have easier pairings this time than like a month ago. So, I'm probably gonna rank up sometime, I don't know, when RNG allows it again. Winning tile, please. That's not it. Winning tile, please? Nope. Come on. You know you want to. The only reason we don't put on auto discard is, well, twofold. One, if something really scary shows up. Oh, I hadn't even considered. There's a third reason to do it. Oh, I was gonna say the other reason is, what if I get the red 5? Yeah, see that? I switched my tile in that suit. I don't know if that was for the better or the worse, but it might have indicated I was collecting bamboo. And that was not the case. That's some advanced thing that they tell you don't do that. Oh. Oh, no, I have a preference for this Sanma because it requires even less of an attention span than East 4-player. Got 3-player East. We just go, go, go. We push all the hands, and it's madness. And then I complain about why I'm not ranking up, but, I don't know, Sanma's a lot of fun. If you're crazy. Yeah. It's content, if nothing else. But no, this is... To me, it seems a lot easier to play a game where you just don't have as much agency. You just throw the tiles and see what happens. So... That said, debating whether to go to real-life Mahjong clubs sometime soon. If the weather's not too nasty, traveling back and forth a little bit. Could be fun. What point was I on earlier? I forgot. It's talking about... oh, on the Perpetual Chess podcast, Friedel mentioned it's a challenging research area to find, to do automated chess coaching. And I think it's perhaps less challenging to do that for shogi than it is for chess. In part because there's a large bank of proverbs of do this, do that, expressed in a really imperative way that could perhaps be likened to machine instructions in some way. Alright, 3's a safe discard. I'm not going to discard south, not into this. Is one safe? One is not safe. We got nothing safe here. 5 is safe-ish. Can't believe I'm folding in Sanma. Alright, one's safe now. Unless... No, they couldn't have a single tile weight on it. Because I've got 3 copies of the tile. If I draw another south, then south could be safe. South's good enough. Let's get out of here. Sumo. Or not. Dodged that. For the most part, I can push hands, but that one was a bit of a... Like, my hand was never reaching Tenpai, and that was a scary situation. This game does still require a little bit of an attention span, but most of the time, things don't look quite like that. Also, yeah, tooling to help show, like, openings and castles and other strategic elements. It seems... Developing software is not trivial, but I think it could be done. So I'd like to make some kind of chart that shows here's a position, here's its multi-dimensional evaluation. It depends. If I'm trying to rank up, no. If I'm just having fun, then it's perhaps a better thing. In part because I'm such a newbie at Mahjong, I don't know. There's not any pressure to perform well. In chess, if I'm not winning like 60+% of my games, I'm a bit disappointed. Okay then. What's going on? Is East safe? Tell us, is East safe? That's not East. Somebody tell us if East is safe. What's this? Uh-oh. Wait, okay. That could have been worse. Nine is safe. Dora's safe. 7's safe. Four is safe. What are these people in these hands, really? Three is safe. Two is safe. I don't know if I trust Dora here. Yeah, alright. That's what you get for being greedy. You ain't getting nothing. Other than my time. Arguably, since this is a speedrun, I should have just dealt in. Oops. On the other hand, opponents might be more desperate themselves to deal in if they don't have a score advantage. And, well, actually they both have a score advantage over me, so... It's not that big an edge. But they do have it. Alright, let's try to get a hand that gets somewhere. We'll be... calling two's no good. Calling two bamboo is unpleasant. If this hand improves slightly, then we could call it two. Bone. Alright. Now I could call it two. Screw this. Alright, where's my two? There it is. 6, please. Other 6, please. Let's have my water. But yeah, Sanma's good fun. Another reason I play this, not just beyond it being faster, is I've already ranked up to expert in 4-player Yonma. So I don't want to jeopardize that rank, because that cuts into my copper, which lets me unlock stuff. So if I manage to rank up at Sama, then maybe I'll play 4-player. But I don't want to jeopardize... I don't want to demote in both categories. I think once or twice I've been close to reaching Master in Sama. It's been mostly a function of luck. Oh, that's not Yakuma. It is still 36,000 points. Well, it's good news for the speed run. Bad news for that game. So, yeah. That's what I get for calling Ricci. Let's keep going. It's good news for a speedrun, though, because we get different opponents if my points go down. And the RNG was not working that game for us. Not in the slightest. We were patient like 3 or 4 hands with it, and then just stopped being patient. If I continued being patient, I'd have better chances of ranking up. But I was not patient because we got a speedrun to do. And definitely not because I'm just impatient with Mahjong in general.
Boom.
And treating it differently than I treat chess. Nope. Definitely I have the same interest in Mahjong that I have in chess. Unless I'm being sarcastic. It is fun to throw the tiles and play it a bit more casually. With the expectation things won't fall apart. Okay. Honestly, even if I had tried to play defense, like, that pair of opponents are both strong. That wasn't going anywhere. Sometimes I do feel bad, though, because opponents will deal into things even when I quite obviously signal what I'm up to. Chatty is popping things up on top of my board. Chatty's popping up notifications about other people live streaming. Okay. Well, since we're halfway through the hand and I'm still not tenpai, I don't think I'm going to get there. It's a combination of fate, but also, like, I'd expect to hit it within the first or second tile of the second row. And I'm not in tenpai, so it's not only bad RNG, but it means the opponent's tiles are something that would prevent me from reaching tenpai for whatever reason. So, well, I don't think I'm... Surely somebody's got, like... Oh. Okay. Well, that puts a dagger in that theory. Yeah, if they'd not called, that would have been safer. Oh well. Tough for them. Yeah, I think they had quite a few bamboo in their hand. And so if they just played patiently instead of trying to win tons of points, I think that would have worked out better, and I would not have gotten my winning tile. When it's difficult to reach tenpai, it's often, in my experience, also difficult to win the hand. And I just chalk that up to opponents' hands being some combination of things that just makes both things difficult. Both objectives of reaching tenpai and winning from it. Like, if you're collecting... There's only 2 suits, plus the very few mon tiles that exist in this mode. Somebody cut the red? Alright, I'm going to defend with red. Unless I have a safer defensive tile. We'll use that one first. And we'll defend. And defend again. And yeah, I know this is a speed run, but again, I can't reach tenpai very easily. I'll chuck this. Oh. Alright, screw it. Let's go. Still not tenpai. Rowan? Yeah. For the speedrun. For the speedrun. I think I still need to win 3 more hands, or 2 more hands, to unlock the final bingo tile. But yeah, it'd be fun if you could just set this up, even if there were no prizes, and repeat this as a speedrun whenever you like. And I mentioned earlier before you arrived that I was considering doing a speedrun against various PO Shogi engines or levels. That could be fun. I have to get that set up. Okay. I cut the 7 earlier, and now I have the 8. There's the 6. Alright, let's try our luck with Open Tanya. There's a 3 and a 3 and a 4. Which at least means I could cut these safely, but does not mean much for my chances of, like, they're probably also bearing a pair of 7s or something. No, they wouldn't do this if they had a 7 pair. They're up to something. I don't know what. Maybe this opponent has the 7s and a whole bunch of bamboo. Alright, so rather than calling... Oh. Alright, so they cut a 9. Oh, and the 7 was conned, so it's fine.
Con.
It's another con. Sumo. Just kidding. Where's my tile? I dare not cut my 3 or 4. Because opponents are up to something and I don't know what. I need a safer discard than this 3 or this 4. The 4 is safe against the cross opponent. Ooh, that's tricky. Alright, I see a 1 here. Probably should have cut the 1. Oh well. We'll just keep folding. It's not good for the speedrun. I should be pushing way more aggressively. I don't like this. Slightly better. Okay. Be pushing the world's most obvious half flush. Just kidding. We'll back off the edge a bit. Didn't expect to hit the 6, but since we have it. The game's telling me not to push for the half flush. Alright, we're pushing again. Just kidding. Alright, when's it my turn? Well, I didn't try to Sakigiri, so I'm not the one paying for this. Another half flush push? Oh, maybe. No, half flush Push takes me away from Tenpai here. Like, I would need some... Well... Okay, fine. Need some good support to make this happen. Thank you. Our bingo card objective is just to win hands. It doesn't say we have to win good hands. I'm gonna deal in, aren't I? Damn it. Alright, fine. Thanks for nothing. I mean, the East is nice, but this non-cooperation on my other honor tiles is a bit mean. There's somebody... Where are all the honor tiles? I guess we're all collecting bamboo. Yep. And then you give up on the bamboo. Instead of dealing into me, look what you dealt into. Not my fault. Although it does mean I'm, yet again, not going to take first. Here, do you have a west? Didn't think so. Yeah. To be clear, I'm not very impressed with them dealing in to avoid giving me the tile I wanted. Sometimes, I don't know. If I've already got an open hand, it would be nice to get more of the tiles that I need. I don't suppose I'm getting a white or a red. Oh dear. Phone? Con? Nope, just none of that. If I just waited one turn, or if I cut the white instead of the red, maybe we'd be able to have an open hand here, which would probably cost me the game. They probably drew the white, which is why they cut the red. Or they saw that I cut the red. Either way. So now I have to fold. Unless I'm trying to push to win this. We got a bingo card going on, but, like... How am I getting Tenpai with this? And not tipping everybody off that I have it? That I don't know. Another 5 could put me in Tenpai. Well, that could help too. I could consider auto discard at this point. Not sure if... Well, we saw cutting 5 would put me for 10, so we're not doing that. Not when Dora can take us out. Not when we can win on Dora. Rowan? Nope. Tenpai. Woo! Unfortunately, not a winning hand. Opponents knew that I'm doing the bingo speedrun, didn't they? Just saying. Alright, we won one hand. Let's look back at the event card. So we need another win. Back we go. Just need to win a single hand, and then end the game as quickly as possible. Even if that means dealing into the worst kind of Yakuman. Chatty says that I've scared everybody away, and I'm just talking to myself here. It is what it is. I wonder if I have an acoustic issue that might make things worse. I did not do a volume check. I normally do. I'm gonna drop the speaker volume a touch in case that helps. Just need a single win. Doesn't have to be a good win. So having created a monster on the left, maybe that puts more pressure on opponents to help me out instead. Or at least on our right opponent. That's not good. This could be worse. One bamboo seems 3 times as likely as other tiles to deal in. And that opponents are more likely to be waiting for something they can't get than for something that they can get. Well, we're going to exhaustive draw again. Because ain't nothing moving here. Just kidding, I'm dealing in. I didn't win, but we did keep the game moving. Did I have a safe tile? 7 safe? No. Might not have had a safe tile. That's too bad. You know, it's also too bad. This high pie. Alright, we got 4 pairs. I'll cut the 8 because it duplicates the 5. Cut the green because we've already cut a green. Trying to reduce this back to a normal shape. Guess 7 pairs is, I don't know, like this hand looks too good for that. See? Got a sequence here, got a sequence there. If we drew a 3-pin, that'd be nice. If not, that's okay. Gotta fold. Just kidding, we're doing a speed run here. Gotta deal in. Is this your tile? No. Is this your tile? Is this your tile? Oh, 4 might be safe. Okay, let's try it. 8's safe, but I was lazy. 2 is definitely not safe. I want tenpai. Oh. Huh. Alright, so 2 or 5 would not have dealt in. Alright. I might not be winning this game. I'm just trying to win the damn bingo. We'll take a 1k point win, if that's what it takes to win the bingo. Even if it tanks my rank. We might not get sub 1 hour here. That's too bad. In part because an opponent disconnected and then reconnected during a game. And they didn't even have the courtesy to deal in when they did that. Oh, what are we waiting on? 5? Can we improve that? Can we widen the weight? 5's Dora. They're not cutting Dora. What kind of maniac would cut Dora? Other than me. We could draw a 7. We could widen the weight. Alright. Dang it. We missed out on the 5. I chose incorrectly. Maybe this speedrun is a bit arbitrary. We've lost 200 rank points. Well, not quite. Maybe I'll get to rank down today. Maybe. Just need to win a single hand. I'm curious, in the game of Pokemon, if the gym leaders save their items just to play against you? When they have hyper potions and super potions and full restores and other such things. Do they use those up against other trainers? Or do they save those just to use against you? Just to make your personal experience that much more special with the gym leader. I wonder. Alright, we don't have Tenpai on the cards here, so... We're just accidentally chasing a large hand.
Boom.
I'm not sure if I call 7, 8, or 9. Feels like calling puts me closer to Tenpai, but it's possible some of these calls might not. There's Tenpai. Oh, wait. Since I have all the 8s, nobody's going to cut a 5. Well, there's a 2-2 discard. But that seems between the 8 and the 2's getting discarded means nobody's ever cutting a 5 here intentionally. If we could get a 3 or a 4, that... just kidding. No win for me. Alright. Maybe I have to tank my rating in order to be able to get an opponent I can defeat. With just more than random chance. Normally being patient helps out with the possibility of ranking up. And that you just elect to play defensively when you see scary things on the table. I assume that likewise, patient play is rewarded by opponents not having a point advantage and therefore being more desperate, taking more chances. If an opponent's already winning, they don't need to take risks. There's probably some more basic math things, and it's not about psychology like we're talking here. It's probably simple math that just explains why opponents do what they do. With Mahjong, I'm too much of a casual player to appreciate that. Alright, so we're, for some frickin' reason, not getting Tenpai here. I should leave myself open to calling the 6.
1
This is fine, too. Calling opponents. Oh, opponent 6 would have prevented us from reaching Tenpai. No, it wouldn't. Just kidding. Would have limited the Tenpai to...
つも
yeah, whatever. Oh, but I wouldn't have the Yaku. Because open Tanya would prevent that. Either way, opponents, like, they have the 5, they have the 6. So I was never going to win that. There was one tile unseen, but the odds are too abysmal. Maybe I should go back to the old strategy of just keeping a single honor tile. Hmm.
つも
Well, I'm not winning that hand either. How many hours is it going to take me to get win number 8? First few wins came pretty readily. Seemingly I'm not able to win at the moment. This is why some people don't care for Sanma. It has this RNG element to it. It has the benefit of not requiring an attention span, but in the event that you do manage to form an attention span, what are you going to do? So, the run goes on. Oh, I should not have cut that. I should cut the white. Probably doesn't matter, but it might matter. And if it does matter, then it's my fault. Yeah, this is... oh, that's even worse. I need an 8 pair there. Am I drawing an 8 pin? Probably not. We'll cut this. I was modestly concerned the opponent across the table might be collecting 8s. Gosh darn it. That's my fault. So I'm playing defense instead of pushing here. I suspect someone... there it is. There's the green dragon. I can't open the hand because I've got honor tiles. If I could draw a 3 or a 6, then... well, that ain't happening, is it? Missed it by 1 play. Boy. I did better at last year's bingo, but it's just RNG. I'm not playing strategically enough. That's no good.
Long.
Alright. I was not going to win that anyway. I could have cut West, 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 but there was no getting Tenpai before opponents got it. Dealing in does not help, but... maybe the next opponents will be easier.
誰かが譲ってくれた勝利って
Alright, we've hit...
いつも嬉しくない
oh no, we have not fallen to the 50% point yet on the rank. Lost about 250 points. It's whatever. It's nothing you can't gain back in a few games against opponents who are poorly playing. I do appreciate Max's comment from Richinomi that at some point he just bored of exploiting opponents' errors and decided to play on Tenho, which is less casual. So I appreciate his honesty there. Oh, this sucks. Problem is, I need a 2, 5, and or 8. I need to draw one of these 12 tiles. There's a good chance I draw any of them, unless they're all locked in the opponent's hands. We're across row 1, and I've not drawn a single one of them. Chances of failing to draw this repeatedly are not that great. Oh, I guess I misspoke. I don't need one of them. There we go. That's win number 8. Now comes the funky part where I want to end the game as quickly as possible, but, like, because there is actually a rank and rating system, I want to not throw the game. So I'm still just going to play my best. Not sure how that's going to be modified by the notion that we got the speedrun going on. How do I play my best, but also try to push for the game to end quickly? Yeah. I guess we play closed hands. That way, either they score high, or the opponents score. So, alright. I'm going to be pansy and try to reach Tempai instead of dealing in. Because I have this option. I'm not going to immediately throw. Sumo! When the game pauses like that, I can call it first. Alright. In this case, it wasn't a big shiny hand, but who knew what it could have been. Alright, and since I have a score advantage, I'm just going to try to play quick hands and win the game. I guess I could have held the red and tried to pass it to the south player. Okay, we don't need 1, 2, 3, 4. Further, we haven't seen a 1 pin on the table, so somebody's doing stuff with the pin suit. So I'm not dealing in on purpose. Rowan?
No!
I didn't expect that, but... yeah, they have some pin tiles in their hand. Nobody expects that we're a 3. I still have a score advantage, so opponents are still in pressure. I don't want to open this hand, but it's my fastest path to Tenpai here. I don't want to open. Nope. Cut that. If I could draw a 5-pin or 8-pin, that'd be nice. Are you kidding me? Alright, is this your tile? It's not. Is this your tile? It's a speed run that never ends. Yes, it goes on and on, my friends. Some people started playing it, not knowing what it was. Then they got stuck playing it forever. Because dealer can't win this game. My attempting to throw the game would just slow it down. We might hit a point where that changes. But that would involve me dealing in repeatedly. Seven pin,
旦那さん
please.
のお気に入りを
Oh,
なくしてしもたようどす。う
Eight
ちは
pin's
ど
okay.
れ
I'm not opening the hand for 8 pin here. I could consider opening now. It's a terrible idea. Of course, now that I cut all the 9 pins, we're going to hit the 7 pin.
ポン
Alright, you called that. Do you need this one?
ロン
Thank you.
光栄どす
Let's keep it moving.
トンチャンタドラドラ カン
I didn't expect that I was going to deal in with that. I didn't think it was quite that bad. But, like, I showed some awareness, like, hey, did you need this one too? Oh, well, I guess I'm the one dealing in today.
リーチ
Alright. Sucks. Sucks. Sand sucks.
旦那さんのお気に入りをなくしてしもたようどす。うちはどないして弁償すればいいんどっしゃろうか。リーチ
This sucks. Alright. Two pins safe. There we go. Game ends. Again, I don't take first. But that's fine. So yeah, when this stops animating, we'll get back to the lobby and claim the thing on the bingo card. Let's go.
点数低い。ご飯食べてない？
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Let's go. And claim all. Nice. And yeah, 118. There we go. We did it. Hooray, blat. 118, 18 or so. Yay. That's our record for this year. Ain't that fun.